Hello, this is the Stella Wolf. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do a reading about your karmic cycle, the karmic cycle that you're in, why are you in it, and how to get out of it, and who you're going to transform into after this cycle ends. So for pile 1, we have the book Synchronicity. For pile 2, Serenity. For pile 3, Chiryoku. Now go ahead, select your pile. You can select more than one pile or you can resonate to none of them and it would be fine. Save this video for later. Okay, so see which one you are attracted to the most. And then we'll get into our reading. Okay, pile 1, if you choose this book, Synchronicity by Carl Jung, then this is your reading. So let us see what kind of karmic cycle you are in. What kind of karmic cycle you are in, what's the root cause of it, why you're in it, what's the outcome and how you can break free from it. Okay, let's see. So, King of Pentacles, this is the karmic cycle you are in. The root cause for it, the Hierophant. Why are you in it? That came reversed, let me check. Give me a second. Okay. 6 of Wands. And then the outcome of it, cool. How you can break free from it. 3 of Cups. Okay. So I think you have like a lot of family and father wounds connected to you and you're like struggling with them, or you're like facing your karma connected to all the things that you went through as child. You are facing like a lot of triggers and stuff, but through these triggers and you're becoming a person, or by like not victimizing yourself and just head on facing the challenges that was thrown out of you. I think you're out of the energy where you have been like facing a lot of issues. You're out of that phase, pretty much out of it, and it's more about how you create your own value in the world, and it's about how you can be like master of all the things spiritual and material. That's the kind of a cycle you're going through. Why? Because you're meant to win. You're meant to have rewards. I feel like this is like a good karma thing, though you have faced a lot, because bottom deck energy we have the Tower. So a lot of values that you held as a child weren't serving you, or you kind of figured out what actually serves you, what values actually serves you, and what doesn't. But yeah, I feel like you have kind of isolated yourself from other people. And if you're facing any issues, in case you're facing any issues, then it's because you're like too much divulged into or indulged into the material things or material side of things, and it's time to get out of it. And you can get out of it by having more friends, having different perspectives, socializing more with people, going out, having fun. Ultimately, what's coming in for you is 8 of Wands, which is you having a better level of consciousness, you upgrading your consciousness, you are understanding things and like taking things in a very light-hearted way. Like all this, I mean, you as a kid would be like very serious, or you were taught or conditioned to take life seriously, and you are and that's one of the reason why you have all these prosperity and abundance. Or it could be that all of those challenges that you went through materially were a sort of a spiritual test, and you have passed that test, and now it's time to tap into a newer or evolved consciousness, to go out, travel, party, meet new people, have fun, and socialize as much as you can, meet new people as much as you can, or express yourself, express who you truly are as much as you can. now let us see who you were before this transformation or this karmic cycle, who you are right now, and who you will be after this cycle completes itself. Now for that I have these tarot deck. It's the Wild Unknown Pocket Tarot deck, and it's like a very nice tarot deck that it's very new. Like I just bought it, and I love like shuffling them. They're very smooth. Just glide through my hands, and I just like them. Okay, so who was my pile 1 before the was pile 1 before this cycle? Who are they now, and who will they be after this cycle completes? Who was my pile 1? Who are they now, and who will they be? Okay, I've shuffled it. Now let's see. Okay, so who you were comes as the Chariot. Who you are right now comes as Father of Pentacles. We have got it twice, the King of Pentacles and the Father of Pentacles, which is King of Pentacles again. Great. And who you will be? Five of Pentacles. Okay, I think and then we have Ace of Wands as bottom deck energy. So yeah, so you started out in this world as a very loving person, as a very caring person. You had like a lot of wisdom as a kid. You don't even like remember it or realize it, but you had like a lot of wisdom as a kid or before this cycle. You knew a lot, and you had like a lot of loving energy to you, and you had a very balanced masculine and feminine energy to you, and you were like a very caring person. And you always, like, while you were caring and nurturing and loving, you also took action and moved forward to what's the things you chose or had like deep emotions for, or like were passionate about, or you wanted to do, or like you knew you had a talent for. Yeah, so you went and achieved all those things, and you were in this great energy, and it was like a very grounded energy, very root chakra kind of energy, very grounded and very loving kind of energy. Right now you are Father of Pentacles. You have like a lot of material gains. You have achieved a lot. Nobody compares to you. You are like shining bright and stuff. But I think you're gonna end up being Five of Pentacles, which is like I'm sorry, like the way things are going. I think you're gonna give onto your impulses a lot or something, or I think you will learn, like, sooner or later you have to realize that you lose too, and you can never stay at power all the time or something, or it's a heavy energy, I'm sorry, but you have to like you don't have to be material all the time. And if you end up like, if you're gonna be so material about the things, I think you are not learning the lesson this cycle is trying to tell you. You're not seeing the different perspective to things, and I think that is gonna cause you a lot in life, and you might end up losing yourself, if not the wealth, if not the people, but your own self. And I feel like so it could be, if you're too humble with your money, if you're too humble with your power, you need to realize that you're powerful. And if you do realize that you are powerful, you need to humble yourself, because if you don't, you're gonna be a victim of injustice. Now this injustice could be caused by you or others, but in all the scenarios, you're gonna lose yourself ultimately. And then we have Ace of Wands. So of course there will be a new beginning, new ideas and stuff, and things will turn around, but you need to realize that the world card, things reciprocate itself. What goes around comes around, and if like, don't be so indulged in the way you were conditioned that you forget yourself, is what I'm getting. don't forget yourself, like express yourself. It's important to tap into a much wider consciousness and to actually go ahead and express yourself. Like here we have the Chariot, which is like a very powerful card in the sense that it's like a major arcana. So it talks about like from a very bigger perspective that's bigger than you and me. But then we have Father of Pentacles and Five of Pentacles, which talks a lot about your own self, which is more of a personal energy. And I think you started out as a person who wanted to do good for everyone, but now you have become a really selfish person, and at the end of it you're gonna lose it all. I'm sorry, but that's how the energies are here. Though you are powerful and you know how to start all over again, and you will, but you have to go through this particular loss too. Okay, so that's it. That was your reading. I hope you liked it. I hope you got something to learn from it. Let me know if it resonated or not. In case it didn't, check in the pile or video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave out the comments. Okay, take care. Bye-bye. Okay, hi Pile 2. If you chose this book, Serenity, then this is your reading. So we're gonna check into what kind of karmic cycle you are in. Then what's the root cause of it? Why are you in it? What's the outcome of it, and how you can get out of it? How can Pile 2 get out of it? So da 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 da. Okay, so Five of Wands. That's the karmic cycle you are in. The root cause of it, Knight of Swords. Why are you in it? Two of Chalices. What's the outcome? Ace of Cups. How you can get out of this cycle? Knave of Wands. Okay, so I think like the two signs that I'm getting is like the two most prominent. Like the first is Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. 5 signs are very prominent. After that there is air signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and lastly it could be water signs too, which is Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Okay, so what kind of karmic cycle are you in? Well, Five of Wands. So you might have like an argument with someone, or you might hold like a lot of anger within you, or somebody holds like a lot of anger within you. You have, why you have this is because you need to learn a lot about relationships, how to do relationships, or how to like set boundaries in some way, or how to tell other people how to express yourself, how to let other people express themselves. I think it's the root cause of it is that you have been someone who used to communicate. You have learned to communicate in a way that's very diplomatic and practical. So you don't say more than that's required, and sometimes that you hold your anger back or something, or you learn to be this way. You realize that this is the better way to do it. You might have been very impulsive, very on the go, or like someone who like talks a lot or just says what's in their mind, and now you've learned not to do it because of the various relationships you have had been. It could be romantic, platonic, or any kind of. So you're learning about solving conflicts. It could be also about how you communicate. Like it's a lot about how you communicate with the other person, how you negotiate in a relationship, how you express your feelings and your values, your needs and wants in a relationship, how you negotiate with others' needs, wants, and how they feel, and how you can give them. It's more of a communication kind of thing. It could be a legal thing too going on for some people, not for everyone. Something legal might be going on there. Then it's also a lot about keeping your ego aside and just having a talk, having to listen to another person, to set boundaries, and to come from a healthy place where you listen to other person and they listen to you, where you understand each other's boundary, and you realize that boundaries are not a way to sort of build walls, or neither they are to push away people, and nobody is pushing you away if they're having like boundaries, if they are keeping healthy boundaries. Okay, and it was also teaching you to know where you are crossing your limits, and you don't get to cross these boundaries with the other person and to know your boundaries also. So a lot of technical things of a relationship. You might be like learning a lot with this person. There could be like a lot of people, and you have gotten into this cycle where you have these kind of relationship, and each time you learn something new about communicating and negotiating in a relationship. What's the outcome of it? You finally finding love. You finally being offered a cup of love, or you finally communicating your love to a person you want to communicate. How you can get out of this cycle? You can realize that it's healing is not a one day thing. You grow piece by piece, day by day, and you can use manifestation as a technique to sort of shift your energy towards a side that's more healthy and that's more growing, rather than being stuck in a cycle. And actually learning, like have a gratitude list, jot down the things you have learned in your relationships, and what has worked for you and what hasn't, and what has worked for you in the past and doesn't work anymore. And to really have patience with everything that's going on, especially yourself. Okay, and you also have Four of Pentacles at the end, so like it's to realize that a connection comes from an equal place, not a place of power play where one person is more dominating and other person is more giving, and so it is in a sort of a servitude. And like I get it, there are relationships that are more like dominant and submissive, like and those kind of contracts happen. But in those contracts, these people recognize the equal value of each other, and that's actually what's important, rather than all the labels and the roles that one plays, Okay, let's see. Who were you before this cycle? Who are you now? And who you're gonna be when this cycle ends? Okay, so who was my pile 2? Who was my pile 2? Who are they now? Who are my pile 2 now? And what will they be when the cycle got over? Who am I pile 2 now? Or who am I pile 2? Strength, lovely. Who am I pile 2 now? The Magician. Cool. And who you will be in the future? Eight of Wands. So wow, that's like a very strong energy. Bottom deck energy, Justice. The Lovers. So the balance that I was talking about, you're gonna finally able to embody that, and you're gonna finally have a very, very different level and different or like evolved consciousness, and you're gonna meet someone with that same level of consciousness, that same level of evolved consciousness. Okay, and that's lovely. I'm so happy for you. Okay, so who you were, like I think you have gone through a lot of stuff in life, but you have always made sure that you're coming from a place of love, from a place of strength, of course, and you haven't lost your will, you haven't lost your identity. There have been like a lot of challenges in life, but you have always hold on to who you are, or your authenticity, your talents, your gifts, who you are as a person. And it hasn't been easy for you. You might even not like realize it, but the fact that you have been so loving after all these things actually makes you very strong, and that's a very inner sort of strength that you possess. Not many people see it, or people see it but they don't want you to know that you have this strength, but I want to tell you that you have this strength. And I think you have finally awakened to the fact that you are a lion, that you're a cheetah, you are somebody with great power, and that to have this level of compassion, to have compassion even people do you wrong, and still come off from a place where you tell other people what your boundaries are without hurting them, without taking your revenge. You show people, you tell people what your boundaries are, how should they treat you, and you don't lose that loving, compassionate, empathic, kind person either, which is great and which is beautiful. And now you're in this Magician energy, which is like you're creating stuff, you're doing something with your life, you're creating your own self, you realize the power you own. You don't attach yourself to like to things that for like you don't overly attach yourself to things, to identities. You know your identity, you use certain labels to identify yourself, but you don't overly attach yourself, because you know you are the one who create those labels for yourself. You are the one who are labeling yourself, and you are in a very high vibration. And maybe that's one of the reasons you find it trouble having a relationship right now, but you're getting out of it, and you're eventually going to be a person who mirrors your level of consciousness. Okay, keep growing, keep healing, and you don't have to be completely healed to be in a relationship. Sometimes you heal in a relationship, so it's fine, it's okay. Do whatever resonates with you, do whatever fits for you. If you want to be in a relationship, be in it. If you want to be single, fine, okay. But right now I think you're in a great energy, and you have been so brave, and you have come out as like even a braver person than you were before, and I'm so happy for you. So yeah, that's it. That was your reading. I'm glad that you, and we have like, wow. So yeah, let me know if it resonated or not. In case it didn't, like check another pile or video, and yeah, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave down the comment in the comment section, and yeah, take care. Bye bye. Hello, pile 3. If you chose this book, Cherry Yuku, then this is your reading. This is a puzzle book. Yeah. So let's see. What kind of karma my pile 3 is in, you are in, what's the root cause, why you are in this karmic cycle, what's the outcome of it, and lastly how you can get out of it. Okay, okay, what kind of karma are you facing? Okay, it came in reverse. Let me check it once more. Okay, so we're gonna take it upright. So I'm also gonna read the reverse of it. Okay, the root cause, the reason why, Knight of Chalices, the outcome, King of Chalices. Okay, wow. How to get out of it, Nine of Swords, bottom deck energy, Two of Swords. Cool. So I think it has like a lot of like your karma relates, like this is a very karmic card, because this also represent Aquarius, and that's very karmic. And then we have like a lot of chalices, which is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Scorpio especially can be very karmic. Pisces and Cancer comes with your good and bad, like, so yeah, heavy karmic energy has like and I feel like this has to do something with your past life, and that kind of carried you over to your childhood, and even now it's kind of going on, but you have like handled it pretty like good. Like I think it has like a lot to do with the community that you are in. It has to do like a lot with your friends, your circle, and it has also a lot to do with your hopes and wishes and your gains and your dreams. You have like huge desires, and you're working towards it in a way with yeah. And I feel like you're kind of like a very dreamy person, and or what we call magical thinking, and it's a self-sabotaging behavior. I feel like you have a lot of insecurities when it comes to your hopes, dreams, wishes, even friends and gains, and marketing yourself. I think you kind of submerge yourself in people, and you really don't care about your identity, but you want to have your own unique identity, but you don't express yourself. Though I think it's more of an energy of past. I think you don't make clear decisions. You could be a Libra and Gemini too, because we have swords, and yeah. So Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, whatever. So yeah. You think a lot about past and the things that happened to you in past. You daydream a lot. You might daydream a lot, and it kind of and you kind of need to get out of it. Like, it's important to dream and stuff, but it is also important to plan stuff out for your future. And I think you're finally learning it, and you're finally looking at your dreams and goals and gains objectively, and you're figuring out a plan, but you're keeping that dreamy side of yours too, which is cool. And then what's important for you is to remember that your fears are all in your head, and you need to sort of abandon those fears. You're actually really scared, and that's why you don't want to live in reality. But come back to reality, look at the fears, tell them to go to hell, look at the problems, find their solution, work on yourself, work on these problems and solutions, and become this lovely king of chalices. You will become this king of chalice eventually. Now, who is this king of chalices? Like, look at him. So this person is emotionally mature, have like great emotional intelligence, knows how to work with people, rules the people, I mean, knows what his ancestors want, like has like great support from the ancestors, have great support from the general public, and also keep everybody's heart. He's a very loving person, and he knows how to. He's a very good alchemy between fire and water. You should learn about it, like what happens when fire and water react. A lot of steam comes out. So he's also very sexual, and like sexuality isn't like in a bad thing. It's more of a sensual person though, like a very scorpionic person, because Scorpios are fire of water signs. So very scorpionic person, but in a very evolved Scorpio too. So he's loving, he's caring, takes care of everybody, he's very protective. He is emotional, but he knows where to indulge his emotion, when to indulge in his emotion, who to give himself to. Like, he is very intense, but that's not an excuse for his. Like, he has also a very good sort of self-control. He doesn't lack self-control. Okay, some people, don't understand the difference between the lack of self-control and their intensity. Are you intense, or you just lack self-control, huh? So this person doesn't lack self-control. He is very intense, but he's also very loving, and he's also very calm at the same time, and has great emotional intelligence, and is also very practical, and is also very action-oriented, but also knows how to be receptive, how to understand the people's problem, be empathic, and be loving and caring, and just embrace other people and accept other people as they are, while he accepts himself, and doesn't take anybody's bullshit, especially not his fears. Got to tell you that. So yeah, there's that. Let's see. I'm gonna use this like to know who you are you now, and who you will be. These are unknown, pile unknown tarot deck. So let's see, who were you before this karmic cycle, who are you now, and who you will be. Who was pile 1 before this cycle? Who are they now? Who will they be after this cycle? Who were pile 3 before this cycle? Who are they now? And who will they be after this cycle? Overs. Love these cards. They're so soft and delicate, and the artwork is also so good. Like them. Give me a second. So who were you before all this? That came in reverse. Okay. Give me a second. 4 of Wands. And ultimately the star. We already got the star. So yeah, you're completing most of the cycle. You've completed most of the cycle. The bottom deck energy, we have 9 of Pentacles. With 8 of Swords in reverse, which means you are getting out of that overthinking and stuff, and you are really becoming loving towards yourself and really caring about yourself and stuff. So you are exactly where you meant to be. You have a very aligned like this is third eye chakra, and all the yellow and orangish energy is more of a sacral and solar plexus energy. So you're very in tune with your intuition, and your intuition is very in tune with your identity and your sexuality and sensuality and feelings and how you relate to people. And so you understand how people work, and you are able to navigate through them, glide through them, and your understanding of them, and you're in a pretty good energy. You are, even if you don't realize it, you're Yeah, you're a very good balance of, as I said, fire and water. Yeah, very good balance of fire and water. These are two very cleansing energy actually. Fire and water are used to cleanse people spiritually. So you have been cleansed, or you're being cleansed right now. You've almost cleansed, because this is 4 of Wands. It's a sign of completion. So you're done, and it's time to reap the rewards, the star. Okay, this is wish fulfillment, all your wish. Okay, so you are almost on the verge of completing your cycle, or you have completed the cycle, and now you're moving towards the rewards, and you might be feeling in a limbo because you are actually in a transition from being the cycle being completed, and you're moving on to a new cycle where you have better friends. You are a star in your community. You don't change yourself for other people, they catch up with you. You are a star. Okay, you are a star. You are a wish fulfillment. People are looking up to you. You're doing your own thing, and you're amazing. I think you are started out as someone who has like a very low sense of self, and it kind of give you like a lot of problems. It haunted you psychologically. You couldn't express yourself. There was a lot of betrayal. People were showing you one kind of reality, and they were another being, and there were another person, and there was a lot of things that you had to see through that you shouldn't be seeing through. But now you gain your confidence. You have gone through all the cycles. You have passed the test. Kudos to you. It takes like lifetimes to pass these tests, and you did it. And now you're a star. You're a star, baby. Congrats to you. Yeah, and take care of yourself. You have 9 of Pentacles there. Okay, so yeah. Oh wow, that was a great reading. Take care of yourself and say no to those fears, and embrace the star energy. Be prepared for it. It's very important to be prepared for your blessings. Like read about it on the YouTube, or like Google it and stuff. Okay, so that was it. I hope it resonated. Let me know if it did. In case it didn't, check in the pile of video. Please like, share and subscribe, and comment down in the comment section of course. And yeah, take care. Bye bye.